Now, moving from the generation of computers and ICT, we are into a field of artificial intelligence. So, terminologies related to artificial intelligence become highly important for your exam perspective. So, here we would be discussing some of the major terms related to artificial intelligence. So, be carefully understand as we proceed. So, the first term is algorithm. Algorithm is basically a set of rules that machine can follow to do a certain set of tasks. So it's simply the set of rules which is given to the machines and that has to be followed. The next is the term artificial intelligence itself. So artificial intelligence is where machines are trying to mimic human intelligence. This could be in the form of decision making, communication, or action, right? The next is autonomous. Autonomous, as the name suggests, it is autonomous, that is without any human intervention. So without needing any human intervention, it can work on its own. The next important term is important. This is called as backward chaining. Now what is backward chaining? You know, this is the desired output that you want. Now for this set of output that you want, what would be the series of inputs that would be required, that has to be taken into account to bring this output into action, is what is called as backward chaining. The next is bias. Now bias is an assumption that simplifies the process of learning to do the task. So whenever you are talking about supervised learning, we would talk about supervised and unsupervised in a while, but supervised basically has is better on low biasness, and this is something that we need to understand. So supervised, that means I give certain set of input to the system and these inputs are labeled that this is from the health sector, this is from the education sector, to put it simply. Unsupervised learning is where I give the set of input but I don't classify it across sectors or across parameters, and I just give those input to the system. So that is what is unsupervised. So we won't come back to supervised and unsupervised later. So we have understood what is supervised classification and unsupervised classification. Either of these are used in artificial intelligence to understand, to help computer understand or help computer learn so that they can bring out the results. The next is big data. Now what is big data? Big data is basically when the data set is very large, to be used by any traditional processing method. So if the traditional processing methods cannot use that huge set of data, we call this as a method through which we say it is a big data analysis. The next important term is bounding box. Sometimes while going through some of the things or videos or possibly your phone cameras, you might see that there is a box that moves around with your face. So bounding boxes are basically those things that are trying to, even on social media you would see it, so they are trying to label the image or the video and then tag it. So you can identify the images and tag those, that this is a cat, this is a dog. So these are called as bounding boxes. Now this help in recognition and they help to train AI models. The next is chatbots. So these chatbots are seen on most of the websites these days. Even on a customer care, many of the companies you would see chatbots responding. So sometimes you might even get like, I need to talk to a person in order to resolve this issue. Chatbots can't answer the query. So chatbots are programs that are designed to communicate with people to give up answers for simple queries, general queries that people raise up. The next is cognitive computing. Now, cognitive computing is nothing different. It is simply a AI model or other name which we can say for artificial intelligence. The idea is it requires some sort of understanding in order to compute. The next is computational learning theory. Computational learning theory is a field within artificial intelligence that is concerned with understanding machine algorithms. So it actually understands the machine algorithm. The next is corpus. Corpus is the material that is used to train the models or train the machine. So the data or the material which is used to train the AI would be considered as corpus, and that is used to perform linguistic tasks. The next is data mining. I give you a certain set of data and then asked to analyze that data. So we have to discover new patterns within the data and we call this as data mining. And the data science actually does this work of data mining. So it draws the statistics and information from the various fields, from the scientific methods, and try to solve the problem which involves data. The next is deep learning. What is deep learning? We have covered this separately as well. Deep learning is a function of artificial intelligence which actually imitates the human brain by learning the way the data is structured rather than based on the set of rules under algorithm. So it actually tries to imitate the human brain and work in a similar fashion, and that is what is considered as deep learning model. The next is entity annotation. Annotate means you are trying to label or trying to actually give some information. So any unstructured sentence that is there, if you label that information so that machine can read it, we call it as entity annotation. Similarly, entity extraction. So once you annotate it, you can extract it. That means whatever data that goes into the machine, you can read it, understand it, and that can be done there itself. We already understood what was backward chaining. So under backward chaining, we had an output. Based on that, we would have the series of input. Forward chaining is we are looking to find a possible solution to a problem, and what would be the steps which would be required to attain that. So we call this as a forward chaining method. The next is general AI. General AI is called as a strong AI also because this is a AI model that is more wide spectrum or broader spectrum. On the other hand, we have weak AI, which is also called as narrow AI, and this narrow AI actually functions with respect to specific tasks or specific things that can be required. Label